What is up, you guys? It's Jack here, and it has been a few months since I got my Tesla Model Y. I put about 1,500 miles on it, but do I regret getting it? What are my thoughts? Let's dive right into it. But hold up, wait, don't close the trunk just yet. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe. Now let's get right into the video. Ouch. So before we talk about the good, we got to talk about the bad. And the biggest thing is the quality. Ever since the Model Y came out earlier this year, there have been tons of people who have had to reject their car due to the quality. There's even a Model Y checklist that most people go through that's been generated by tons of other Model Y owners of things to look for when they get the vehicle, such as, headlights being misaligned, tears in the seats, all kinds of just stuff you wouldn't expect when you're paying $60,000 or more for this car. For instance, on my Model Y, I've noticed that the panel gaps are pretty large, some are misaligned, the trim inside is very loose, and that the trunk doesn't close all the way. About 80% of the time I actually have to go back there and press it down for it to shut. I've even heard horror stories of people who take their car through a car wash and water seeps in through the back panels, or it's raining and water comes in through the windshield. I mean, there are just a ton of quality control issues. However, it's mostly the small stuff that's the quality control. A lot of people are not going to have that crazy water damage or anything like that, but still, when you're paying over $50,000 for a vehicle, you expect the quality to be outstanding. So the second thing that I've had go wrong with the Tesla is actually the screen itself. So inside you got that big old screen, and while I've been driving, it's actually gone black. So imagine driving down the road and your screen just goes black. It's not like this vehicle has any other screens. So when that whole screen goes black, you can't see your speed, you can't see the GPS or the maps or the music, you can't even control any of it. The second thing that's happened with it is a warning pop-up will actually come up and you can't exit out of it. And you think you just turn the car off and turn it back on and it would go away, but that wasn't the case. I had to actually reset the screen by holding down the buttons on the steering wheel for it to even get rid of it. But this has only happened a few times within the first few months that I owned it, but still, it's pretty concerning. Even though they do release software updates pretty much every other week that have bug patches, I still haven't seen this bug get patched. And other Tesla Model Y owners have experienced the same thing. And the third thing that's gone wrong with owning the Tesla is actually the autopilot itself. So it's actually scratched one of the rims while going around a city road. And what's frustrating is a lot of people pay extra for the rims, and then on top of that, they pay extra for the full self-driving. Then the full self-driving ends up damaging the rims. It's just hard to comprehend. All right, so we talked about what went wrong with the Tesla in the first few months of owning it, but has it all been bad? Absolutely not. This is one of the best cars I've owned, and I'm about to tell you guys why. All right, so the first thing is full self-driving. If you're buying a Tesla and not buying the full self-driving, you're making a huge mistake. Full self-driving takes the Tesla to a whole nother level. Now, I know previously I said I had some problems with it, but that's only been once. I've almost used full self-driving basically every day, and it's been amazing. It keeps you in your lane, it handles turns, it recognizes stoplights. Yes, stoplights. It'll actually stop for the stoplight, then go when it turns green. It can also perpendicularly park or parallel park with just a single touch. And it also comes with cool features such as Summon, where you can have your car come to you wherever you are. And the best part about full self-driving is using it on the interstate. Now, it can actually take the exit for you that you need to take. It can know when cars are coming in your lane, slow down, change lanes. It can basically do everything that you do on the interstate, but a lot better and a lot safer. And whenever I've taken on a road trip, you know that feeling of tiredness or fatigue you get once you end the road trip? It doesn't feel that way when you have Tesla with full self-driving. You feel refreshed when you get there. And however, just know they are actually increasing the price of full self-driving every year, it seems like. So make sure you go ahead and purchase it now if you want it, but just know that full self-driving is not all the way done. I wish you could just type in any destination and have it route you there without you even having to put your hands on the wheel, but that's not the case. Even though Elon Musk has said it will be done by the end of the year, we all know how his timelines really work. Like when he said the Roadster would be done by the end of 2020. Well, now they're saying it's going to be done by the end of 2022. So you just never know when it's going to come out. Now, the second thing that makes this car so great is the technology itself. It is years ahead of the competition. There is no car that has better technology than the Tesla. It has awesome technology features like zooming out and actually seeing a 3D view of your car in traffic and seeing what cars are around you. You can also watch movies, play games, and even have the passenger sing karaoke while you're driving. I can't think of another car where you can sing karaoke while you're driving. A few really cool pieces of software that I love that we just have to talk about is Sentry Mode. So imagine you park your car in, say, the mall parking lot, and someone comes up and is banging on it, you know, screaming, sitting on it. The Tesla will actually record that and save it to a flash drive. Another really cool feature is dog mode. So if you have a dog, you can actually turn on dog mode when you leave it in the vehicle, and it'll display a sign that, hey, my owner will be right back, I'm fine. And it will keep the temperature of the car cool for the dog. And another awesome technology feature is the app. With the app, you can control the AC, lock the car, unlock it, open the trunk, drive it, turn on and off Sentry Mode, and so much more. And another great thing that Tesla does with the software is they do over-the-air updates. So when you park your car at home, it connects to your home's Wi-Fi, and they send updates probably every other week that patches bugs, releases new features, and tons of cool other things. Okay, so that's what makes the software so amazing on a Tesla. And the third thing that makes the Model Y so great is the amount of storage you get. You get 68 cubic feet of storage. To put it in comparison, the Model 3 only has 15 cubic feet of storage. That's over 4 times the amount of storage that the Model 3 has. That's crazy. And compared to other cars, such as the 2020 BMW X3, the Model Y has 5 more cubic feet of storage, so it beats out the competitors easily. I've had no problem fitting multiple golf bags in the back, as well as suitcases for multiple people. The storage is great. And you can even lift up the panels in the back storage area for more room. And if that's not enough for you, there's even a front trunk that opens up that has storage in it as well. If that is not even enough for you, you can buy the optional roof rack, or you can put stuff on the roof. A ton of people even camp in the back of their Model Y. There's even a camping mode that you can turn on that maintains the temperature of your Model Y while you sleep in it overnight. People buy inflatable air mattresses, and it can perfectly fit 2 people. So the fourth thing that makes this car so great is the fact that it's electric. So growing up, I only had gas vehicles, and you know, reading about electric vehicles, it always made me nervous that I'd run out of range, there wouldn't be a charging station near me, I couldn't go on long road trips, etc. So when I finally took the plunge to get a Model Y, that's what my main concern was. But after owning it for a few months, I don't feel that way anymore. There's so many Tesla charging stations all around the USA that you can even take a coast-to-coast road trip and have a charging station pretty much everywhere you go. And the great thing about the supercharging stations is they charge it so quickly. You plug it in, and within about 20 or 30 minutes, you have 80% of the range. Wait another 10 or 15 minutes, you're fully charged. And also, every Tesla comes with an 110 volt charger. So whenever I'm home, I just plug it right in, and it charges at about 5 miles an hour. This is plenty for me as I work from home, and you know, I really don't go that far in the day. Now for people that need faster charging at home, you can opt for the 220, 240 volt charger, and it'll charge your car fully in just a few hours. The only downside is if you're wanting to go fast and not take a lot of breaks on a road trip, then this car may not be for you, as you gotta stop every 250, every 300 miles and charge it up for about 30 minutes. So if you're always in a rush or don't have the patience to wait, then you know, this car might not be for you. Also, another great thing is that they put the supercharging stations in very convenient locations, next to restaurants, shopping centers, you know, right off the interstate. So it would already be at places that you're more than likely to stop at. So overall, I absolutely love this car. It's one of the best vehicles I've owned. I know I talked about a few problems I had earlier, but you know, they're really minimal in regards to what you get and how futuristic this vehicle is. You're really paying for the technology and to be an early adopter of electric vehicles and full self-driving. However, I do worry about the vehicle in the future with the warranty of, you know, what's going to happen when this warranty runs out. How many issues are going to arise at 50,000, 100,000 miles? But we'll just have to see. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.